before modern computers existed, before advanced medicine transformed human life, before satellites surrounded the planet. There was a problem so small that it could not be seen, a problem measured not in meters or millimeters, but in microns. The problem was contamination, and the greatest source of contamination was not machinery, not chemicals, not dust storms. It was us. The human body constantly sheds microscopic particles. Every hour, millions of skin cells separate from the body. Hair fragments break away. Tiny droplets leave the mouth while speaking. Fibers detach from clothing. Invisible biological material continuously enters the surrounding environment. In everyday life, this is completely normal. But some environments cannot tolerate normality. Some environments require near perfection. This is where the cleanroom suit enters human history. A cleanroom suit is a specialized garment designed to minimize the particles released by the wearer. Unlike traditional protective clothing, its primary purpose is often not to protect the person. Its purpose is to protect the process, to protect the product, to protect precision itself. The concept emerged alongside increasingly sophisticated manufacturing systems during the 20th century. As technology advanced, industrial tolerances became smaller. Factories no longer worked only with visible materials. They began working with microscopic structures. Semiconductor manufacturing became one of the most important examples. Modern computer chips contain features measured in nanometers. A single dust particle can be dramatically larger than some of the structures found on advanced microprocessors. What appears insignificant to a human observer may become catastrophic at microscopic scales. As a result, contamination control became a scientific discipline. Engineers developed environments known as cleanrooms. These facilities use carefully controlled airflow systems, specialized filtration equipment, pressure regulation, temperature management, humidity control, and highly disciplined operational procedures. Within these environments, every source of contamination must be identified and reduced, including humans. Because humans are extraordinarily efficient contamination generators, the average person continuously releases particles through movement. Walking increases particle release. Speaking increases particle release. Touching surfaces increases particle transfer. Even breathing contributes microscopic contaminants to surrounding air. The cleaner the environment becomes, the more noticeable the human body becomes. This created a paradox. The most advanced technologies on Earth often depend on preventing human influence. Cleanroom suits were designed to solve this paradox. Their materials are engineered to reduce particle release. Their seams are carefully constructed. Their surfaces minimize fiber shedding. Many include hoods, gloves, masks, goggles, and shoe covers. Every exposed part of the body becomes a potential contamination pathway. Every opening becomes a risk. Every movement becomes a variable. Entering a cleanroom is therefore not as simple as opening a door. Workers often pass through specialized preparation areas. Garments are applied in precise sequences. Procedures are followed methodically. The process resembles a ritual of precision. Not because of symbolism, but because consistency creates reliability. The science behind cleanroom suits extends beyond fabric. Airflow is equally important. Many cleanrooms use laminar airflow systems. These systems move filtered air in controlled directions. Particles are carried away before they can settle onto sensitive surfaces. The suit functions as one component within a larger contamination control ecosystem. Nothing operates independently. Everything works together. This philosophy appears throughout modern engineering. Complex systems achieve reliability through coordination rather than individual perfection. Today, cleanroom suits are used across numerous industries: semiconductor manufacturing, pharmaceutical production, biotechnology research, medical device assembly, optical engineering, aerospace manufacturing, spacecraft construction. In some facilities, contamination requirements are so strict that particle concentrations are measured continuously. The air inside certain cleanrooms may contain dramatically fewer particles than ordinary indoor environments. Achieving such conditions requires constant effort and constant discipline. The economic value of contamination control is enormous. A single manufacturing error can destroy expensive products. A contaminated pharmaceutical batch may require disposal. A damaged semiconductor wafer can represent substantial financial losses. A compromised scientific experiment may invalidate months of research. The cost of prevention is often far lower than the cost of failure. This principle transformed cleanroom technology into a global industry. Yet beyond engineering, cleanroom suits create a unique psychological experience. When individuals wear them, personal identity becomes less visible. Hair disappears, facial features become obscured, clothing style vanishes, individual expression fades into procedural uniformity. The person becomes part of a system, part of a process, part of a larger objective. Many workers describe a heightened awareness while operating in clean environments. Movements become deliberate. Actions become measured. Attention increases. Precision becomes a behavioral habit. The suit influences not only contamination levels. It influences perception. It reminds the wearer that small actions matter. This psychological effect mirrors a broader truth about technology. As systems become more advanced, tolerance for error decreases. Modern civilization increasingly depends on precision. The devices we use, the medicines we trust, the communications networks we rely upon, many of them exist because microscopic contamination was successfully controlled. Most people never see the environments where this work occurs. They never enter the rooms. They never wear the suits. They never witness the invisible battle against microscopic disorder. Yet the results surround them every day. Inside phones, inside hospitals, inside laboratories, inside satellites orbiting Earth. The cleanroom suit represents something larger than industrial clothing. It represents humanity's attempt to create order at scales beyond natural perception. A tool designed for a world too small to observe directly. A world where a particle can become a disaster, a fingerprint can become a defect, and a moment of carelessness can become failure. But beneath all engineering, beneath all procedures, beneath all technology, the cleanroom suit reveals a deeper idea. That progress is often invisible. The greatest achievements are not always dramatic. They are sometimes hidden behind discipline, behind repetition, behind attention to details nobody notices. Because civilization is not built only by grand inventions. It is built by the control of tiny mistakes. And few technologies embody that principle more completely than the cleanroom suit. A garment created for an invisible world. A world where perfection is impossible, yet pursued anyway.